EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players in one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think,
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
2nd and 5. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. In motion right, that's Burks. A fake there on the jet sweep as it's Fields off play action. A great move by Montgomery. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all capped off by the Justin Fields touchdown run. He took it in himself. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, this defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Fields on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it 2nd and 7. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. Shelling through the defense. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fields' throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's third down. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. And here's Trenton Gill on to punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 16 more on that one and another first down. Richardson out of the shotgun. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On second down, it's Taylor. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. That puts him in excellent position. 1st and goal after a gain of 19. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now Richardson. And that is caught. A touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Downs from 6 yards away. And the Colts are back within a score. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Chicago offense set to get started. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And Mooney going to have a Bears first down as the tackle made up near the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On first down, it's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half.
and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears would extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time a 6-play drive. And it was all capped off by Cole Kmet with a touchdown catch. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Richardson. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before the half. Richardson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. To resume, here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Montgomery running right. Shifts by him at the 25. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers and brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. Touchdown, Bears! David Montgomery, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They'll start out here with the option left. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the option to give to Taylor here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Well, that's the down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, and he will fight his way in, not giving up there, and he's got a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year, and the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. There, Richardson back to throw it. Flushed out right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
So now, I think even our referee is confused. The defense accepted the holding penalty, but they just got the ball on the fumble recovery, so that will be negated. That's a tough one to comprehend. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleep?
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Reynolds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. 3rd and 1, Richardson to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Richardson looking to throw this. His pass left side to Downs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 46, here's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 41. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. A beautiful fake. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
2nd down and 6 now.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
A timeout for an injured player, and it looks like it's Traylon Burks who's in some discomfort out there. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
They'll run with Montgomery. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And the Colts getting ready to go.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Here's Richardson to throw.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now Richardson.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.